This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Excel 1970-73 Carryover League. Brought to you by the Shrimp Trawler YouTube channel.
Welcome back, baseball fans, to the 1970-73 Carryover League. We are moved back into divisional matchups for the moment, and this is going to be third-place teams in the American League of a year ago across the North and the West, and that would be the Ohio Players and Seattle Mariners tonight. Two fictional teams. Well, Seattle Mariners are fictional because they didn't come into existence until 1977. And no, they are not the Seattle Pilots' inheritance. The Milwaukee Brewers, scooped up the Seattle Pilot players. So instead of waiting 8 years for a new team, they get one in 1970. Think about that one. Wait for the kingdom to get built. They get a lot of rain delays and rainouts. Ohio and Seattle. Actually, the Ohio Players actually were present during this time period. The band making music, which the team was named after. So there is that. Let's take a look at what happened as the series opened up in Ohio. As it's not real, well, I guess it is pretty from one perspective. Game one, probably the best combined pitching performances in a Strat game in a long time from kind of unlikely places. Steve Klein for the Mariners, Don Wilson for the Ohio Players. It's a story of anemic offense as Seattle wins this game 1-0 on an error to the third baseman, a couple walks, and a double play in the second inning. That's how the run scored. Let's see. Ulander got a hit in the first inning, and Joe Foy got a double in the seventh inning for those guys. And for the Ohio Players, we got a single by Elrod Hendricks in the second, and that would be it. Not many runs scored, obviously. Plenty of errors, though, that normally enable innings to be extended. But these two teams aren't doing very much with their offense. They've got some nice pieces on these offenses, so I have no clue why it has been a smothering of pitching thus far. Game number 2. Can Ohio score a run? Can you score a run or two or three? Well, the answer is no. You cannot score 3 or 2 or 1 runs. You remain at 0. And if you're scoring 0 runs and you're playing Major League Baseball and there are no ties, it usually means you're losing the game. And they did. Dick Woodson defeats Al Downing 7-0. Seattle has plenty of offense. A double by John Ellis here, a double by Dave May there, and Devannon and Maxwell. And then in the 8th and 9th innings, more runs. A steady Seattle stream of offense and 7 runs and another masterful pitching performance. Dick Woodson, 4-hitter. That's 5 hits for the Ohio team in 2 games. And Ohio has 320 and 330 hitters in this lineup. It's not like they're Mendoza's. There's a bunch of 300 hitters on their team on this team. They're just in a horrific slump. And that means that Seattle, with one of the most devastating road performances we've seen, albeit weak competition, 18 shutout innings on the road, comes home now looking for a sweep in Game 3 from whatever they call that park in Seattle that the Pilots played in. That they put in some they put in some more bleachers, and they mowed the grass and got it all dolled up again for the Mariners here. In Game 3, it is going to be Doc Ellis for the Ohio Players and Fred Norman for the Mariners. Doc Ellis and Fred Norman in game number 206 of the season. Let's get started. Ohio players need to avoid the sweep. They shuffle their lineup. They're actually pretty darn good against lefties. We're hoping for a run and maybe a whole bunch more. But a run would be a good start. Let's get started. Dan Driesen leads off, 37. Sky's the center. Dave Cash, 110. Triple 1 to 6 single. That's a base hit. Gene Clines, 33, is a 6-4-3 double play. And the Mariners leading off is Matty Alou, 48, off of Doc Ellis, base hit. Matty's a base stealer. Hinton is a +2 arm because he's just a utility catcher. And that's it. Eulander's going to hit and run. He's a B hit and runner. Moves runner the second. John Ellis, 56. Sky's the left, and with 2 outs, it's Pepitone, 6'11". Short X. The new shortstop, Roberto Pena, is a 3-16 at short. He makes the play. Top of 2, Chuck Hinton, 67, is a K. Ike Brown, 46, is a walk. Bill Robinson, 47, is a walk. Look out, folks. We may actually see a run for Ohio momentarily. Johnny Jeter, 1-7. Let's take a look at Johnny Jeter's card from 1971. Told you, folks. I was not lying. John Jeter, it's 320. And that's either a double, a double, a double, a double, a double, or a double in the one column. And he gets a double to right field. That will score 1 run. Bill Robinson, 14 runner. Norm Miller's got a negative arm, so he will hold. Second and third, 1 out. They will bring the infield up for Jim Hart. Runs are very priceless in this series. Jim Ray Hart, 37's a walk. Bases loaded, 1 out. I'm going to play back, go for double play out of Roberto Pena. 57 is a single to right field. 1 run scores. Johnny Jeter, 16 runner, will run off of Norm Miller, makes it 1 of 15, and he scores. And now they have 3 runs and 5 batters after 19 shutout innings. Jim Ray Hart holds the second. 2 on, 1 out. Dan Driesen, 412, first. And with 2 outs, it's Dave Cash, 56, Sky's the center. Doc Ellis against Dave May at the bottom of the second inning. 3-5 for Dave May is a walk. The Foyer, Joe Foy, 2-7's a K. Norm Miller, 66, short X. Roberto Pena is a 3-16 at short, is a ground ball C. We have a runner at second, and 2 outs, and Jerry Devanin. 1-6 is a K. 3-zip in the third. Gene Clines, 410 catcher's card. John Ellis, 40-16 catcher, makes the play though. Chuck Hinton, 2-4 center. Ike Brown, 2-4 short. Bottom of the third, it's Dale Maxwell, 57 is a K. Matty Alou, acquired in the offseason from the Pirates, 69 is a base hit. B stealer, been on twice. Down 3 though, he'll hold it first. For Ted Eulander, 65, pops a short. And it's John Ellis, 48 off a doctor. Double 1 to 11 is a double. Second and third, 2 outs for Joe Pepitone. Let's take a look at Pep's card before he swings away here. Between the Yankees and the Cubs during this period, could play first, could play center. Could move around pretty well for a slugger. I hit for average here with this card, 307. His 70 card hit 26 home runs. We elected to go with a 71 card because he hits 307. And a big moment here for Joe Pepitone and Seattle. The pitch from Doc Ellis, 43, pitcher X. Doc is an E12. A2, E12, makes the play. Ohio holds on to a 3-0 lead, moving to the fourth. Bill Robinson, 1-4, flies left. Johnny Jeter, 46, is a walk. Jim Ray Hart, 2-4 is a 1-6-3 double play. Bottom of the fourth, Dave May, 4-5, is a roller to second base. Joe Foy, 46 is a K. Norm Miller, 1-7 is a walk. Jerry Devanin, 5-12. Skies to right field. 3-zip in the 5th. Shutouts are a dime a dozen with these two squads, it seems. Roberto Pena, 2-6, lines the first. Not Pena enough, apparently. Dan Driesen, 35 Ks. And Dave Cash, 1-8, skies the center field. And just like that, Ohio player offense goes cold again after this oasis of walks and hits in the 2nd inning. Bottom of the 5th, but first let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
Okay, bottom of 5. Dale Maxwell will lead it off. 2-8 is a pop to second. Matty Elu looking for his 3rd hit. 1-6 grounds to short. And with 2 outs, Ted Eulander. No, Eulander. The pilots argue back and forth. We go to the 6th inning. It's Gene Kynes. 1-11. Grounds to short. Chuck Hinton, 66, is a K. And 2 outs. Ike Brown, 2-2, flies to left field. Right back into low scoring mode here. Bottom of the 6th, John Ellis. 2-5, rolls the 3rd. Joe Pepitone, 2-6, saw the card before. It's triple 1-5, it's a base hit. Dave May, 4-12, skies to shallow left field. With 2 outs, it's the Foyer. Joe Foy, 1-11, a slow dribbler to shortstop, and the inning's over. Doc Ellis is throwing himself a fancy 4-hitter here in Seattle as we go to the 7th inning. Freddie Norman, one bad stretch, is the only bad stretch, as a matter of fact, for this entire Seattle starting rotation in the series, where their team ERA would be 0.00. Bill Robinson, 2 nines, a single, lead off the 7th. C Stealer. Ellis has a +2 arm. He is going to steal, and that was not smart. Well, they had to try something, folks. Break the monotony of double plays and whatnot. John Jeter, 47 off Norman is a walk. He's a C Stealer. Do we do it? Oh, we got to try it back to back. He's going to try a steal, and he's in there on a 2. That might be a T rating on Mr. Yeah, on Ellis it is. One guy gets gunned down, the other time Ellis gets a little too much of himself and launches it in the short center field, and the runner's at 3rd base with 1 out. They got to bring the infield up for Jim Hart. The pitch to Jim. 1-9. Let's look at Jim Hart's card. Cast aside by the San Francisco Giants because they had a plethora of 3rd basemen, including Tito Fuentes and Ron Hunt and Chico Ruiz and some other guys. Jim Hart, great hitter, but really tough on that glove at 3rd base, as you can see. 1-9 is a base hit to center field. That will score the run, and it is now 4-0 with just 1 out. Roberto Pena. Freddie Norman is just broke after 6 and 3 batters in the 7th. Well, you know what? Seattle's bullpen has been sleeping on the road trip and never was warmed up. So let's get some relief work started here. Diego Segui will come on in the 7th inning with a runner at 1st and 1 out to face 6 1/3 because the guy got thrown out stealing. To face Roberto Pena with Jim Ray Hart on at 1st and 1 out. 57 is a K. And with 2 outs, Dan Driesen. 69 is a sky to center field. Stretch time here in Seattle. We are listening to Quincy Jones, Walking in Space, 1969, with the Love and Peace tracks on this one. There it is down for you, folks. The great Quincy Jones here in Seattle, where he and Ray Charles would work their chops in the business when they were very young. Norm Miller, 67, a single 1-3, lines out. Jerry Devanin, 68 is a K. Dale Maxwell, 5'11". First C, Doc Ellis pounds the mid. 4-0 shutout through 7. We go to the 8th, Dave Cash. Home team has done zip in this series. If you're playing at home with these two squads, you got scoreless, 25 scoreless innings for the home team. That's got to be some kind of record for this carryover league. 47, Diego Segui is a base hit. He's a C stealer. Let's keep stealing with these C guys until we can't do it anymore, and we can't do it anymore. All right. It was nice while it lasted. 1 for 3 stealing, not too bad. Gene Kynes, 65, short X. Maxfield's a 2. And Chuck Hinton, 2-2, grounds to short. Now they could tweak this defense a little bit. They can put Sonny Jack. They can put. They really can't tweak the defense. They're all the guys on the bench are just as bad as the guys playing. We'll leave it alone. Don't want to disrupt Doc. He's 6 outs away from a CGSO. As we go to the bottom of the 8th, Doc Ellis will face Matty Alou at the top, who is 2 for 3 with a couple singles. Pitch to Matty. 110 rolls the pitcher. Ulander, 34, rolls to first. John Ellis, 2-7, is a K. 8 shutout innings. And turns down a little bit now. Quincy Jones there. Nice. We'll go to the 9th of a 4-0 game. Another snooze fest. It's the home team. Very strange series. No spark at all from the home squads in this, as the road team is going to win the 3rd straight, it would appear. Luke Walker will come out of the Seattle pen and pitch the 9th inning. It'll be Ike Brown leading off. 1-9 for Ike is a K. Bill Robinson, 49's a walk. John Jeter, 3-6. This is another double, I believe. It's double, 1-19. Oh, look, he got it. 2nd and 3rd with 1 out for Jim Hart. 2-8 short. Will score a run, making it 5-0. And Roberto Pena pops to short. Ken the Doctor, Doc Ellis. This is not an LSDNONO, but it could be a CGSO with a 1-2-3 hitter. Let's get going here. Joe Pepitone, 2-4, pops to second. Dave May, 1-6, rolls to second. And finally, Joe Foy, 44, catcher's card. Chuck Hinton's a 40-16. Watch this turn into an error and a bazillion run score. No, it's a foul out. That was a lackluster performance by Seattle in a sweep attempt, as these teams are showing tremendous ineptitude when it matters. Yeah, so 5-0 victory for Ohio, as if nothing happened prior to that. They right their ship. We'll start with Seattle. Luke Walker, a hitter, run, walk, and a K in the 9th. All ones. Inning 2/3 for Diego Segui. He had a hit and a strikeout. Not bad. Freddie Norman is caught with 4 of those runs. 5 hits, 4 runs. Those 3 were earned there. Caught 3 earned runs, 5 walks, 4 and 3 strikeouts. Doc Ellis, 4-hitter, 2-6, complete game. We've had a 1-hitter, a 2-hitter, a 4-hitter, I think a 7-hitter from these two squads in just 3 games. So 1009, 0109, 5704, 5704, 0457, 6526, 2665. Must be a chilly rain in Seattle, but the home team performs worse than the opponent. So much for home field advantage on that. They're thinking we should build a kingdom. Let's take a look at the two teams' year-to-date numbers in a very early season. These squads have yet to play in their division. They've played across division and across the league. And will finish the first half before the All-Star break playing their 3 division rivals back to back to back. So Seattle falls to 5-5 with a disappointing loss, but they can still win the series at home in Game 4. Seattle's hitting .230 with a .286 team ERA. Not a lot of games played yet for these squads. We'll look at Ohio here. The O players are 5-6. 5-6, hitting .234 with a .264 ERA. Frankly, Ohio, with a .264 team ERA, they've got the bats to really bolster the pitching staff. So maybe those back-to-back shutouts are the low mark of the season, and they're going to turn it around from here on out. Just a quick look at the Ohio rotation. Don Wilson and Al Downing are 0-5, but Doc Ellis is 3-0 and has given up 1 earned run in 22 1/3 innings. Hey there. Hey now. We have played 206 games in the leagues. These numbers are dropping down. .261 with a .392 league ERA. We'll have the results of the series at the end of the video. Thanks for checking it out. We'll see you next time. Well, baseball fans, these two squads put me in baseball purgatory as this series dragged on and on and on. Anyway, here is, of course, the box of the game you just saw. Game 3, where the home team was shut out for the 3rd time in a row. Could Seattle score a run? All we ask in Game 4 at home and win the series. The answer is no, and more no. Ohio wins on the road 5-0. Don Wilson, 2-hit shutout, 4 walks, 4 Ks. They don't get the first hit until the 6th inning. They got a guy to second base. And 36 consecutive innings for a home team without scoring a run. So Game 5, Ohio goes, do we have to come home? We like it here. But they go back home to Ohio. Will we see the home team, with all the home field advantages, score a run? Score a run. Will it happen? In the first inning, it does. But not before Seattle gets 2 of their own. Have a 2-0 lead. A single, couple singles, a double play ground ball, and then a single by Chuck Hinton, and it's a 2-1 deficit. A sac fly in the 3rd makes it 2-2. A home run by Bill Robinson makes it 3-2. Seattle makes it 4-3 in the 6th. In the 8th inning, Ohio ties it at 4, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, somebody win this series. Please don't go to 14 innings. It's exhausting. 4-4 game. The closers come in. Nothing happens in the 9th inning. Matter of fact, Mudcat Grant gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 consecutive batters in a row out, which is probably the 4th best pitching accomplishment for his squad, which is still outstanding. But in the bottom of the 10th inning, Hoyt Wilhelm serves up a meatball to Johnny Jeter. Home run, Johnny Jeter. And that does it. Walks it off for Ohio. 5-4 in 10 innings. Yes, John Jeter has power. I had to look that up. John Jeter had 1 homer and 75 at-bats with his 1971 card, and they gave him power. And that gave the Ohio players the series. 3-2. Yes, the home team wins the series as the home team loses 4 of 5 games. That's it tonight. Thanks for checking this out. We'll see you next time.